Hello guys, this is Jeff from IELTS6to7.com. Nice to meet you. If you want to write really well, not just like an IELTS student, but you want to write like a university student, if you're going to university, watch this video. I'm going to choose a question online from IELTS and answer it and show you not only an answer, because it's not useful to just have an answer. What you need to understand is how I get from the question to my ideas and how I'm going to respond to the question, because that is 25% of your mark, how I'm going to organize my answer, and then the grammar and the words that I will use. So we'll go through this process together, and I'm going to show you how to write an IELTS essay properly and really the thinking. This is the key. So I'm going to go online now and get a question. I don't know what the question is going to be. I'm just going to look it up. And let's take the first one. Water pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues in many parts of the world. Why is water pollution a growing concern for both individuals and governments? What measures can be taken to reduce the problem effectively? So how many things do I have to answer so far? There's two. Why is water pollution a pressing concern for individuals and governments? That's number one. That's number two. Next, what measures can be taken to reduce the problem effectively? I'm on the clock here. I have 40 minutes, right? But you're going to see me go through this very slowly. At this point, a lot of students panic and they go, oh my God, I don't know. And I haven't been thinking about this question at all. So I need to start warming up my mind. How does water pollution affect individuals? Why is it a problem for governments? Okay, this one just makes me think of health. And why is water pollution a problem for individual health? Because when the water's polluted, they add more chemicals, and chlorine is toxic for the body. And what's the solution? I mean, you could say the solution is invest in clean water, right? And the solution is like, okay, the government can do this. But this is not a good idea. This idea, even though it's true, is not a good idea for individuals. Because it's an individual problem, we want an individual solution. So I would just say use water filters. So to be honest, can you see that okay? I don't like this idea that much. I'm not like crazy that this is a great response and a great answer, but it's a start. I always go back to the question to make sure that when I did my thinking, I didn't go off topic. Because if I'm off topic, I will lose marks, 25%. And that 25% just comes from this thinking. And that's why when I just said, this answer is not so strong, I'm thinking that my task response is not super strong. I mean, I am answering the question, but task response means answer the question, but it also means extend and support. I mean, I don't see any better solution, to be honest. But I'll leave it now. I'm like, okay, that is an answer to the question. And I can explain it, even though it's not an amazing answer. I can explain it. Now I'm just going to go back. Suppressing water is an impressive environmental issue. Water pollution is a problem for individuals. What's the problem? Here's the problem, right? The problem is there's chlorine in the water, and chlorine is toxic. It means it's bad for the body, right? So this is the problem. Okay, so am I answering the question? Yes, answer the question. So that's the number one thing we want to make sure of. And then number two, it's a problem for government. Okay, so my first question is, who is involved with governments? I think industry, I think the public, they might complain. Why is it a problem for governments? What's the solution? Where are we talking about? We're talking about rivers, public, we're talking about tap water. but we already talked about that. But if we have to, we could do it again. Water, and double check the question because I'm not sure here, right? So why is water pollution a problem for governments? Because the population is unhealthy? Oh, there's an expense, isn't there? Because they need to purify the water. Okay, so how did I get this? I got it by thinking of who, and I was thinking of the public, but then I was thinking, I already talked about the individuals, which is the public, right? Well, an individual is only one person, but they're part of the public, so I didn't want to double my answer, like do the same thing twice. So I was thinking, why is it a problem for all of the people? It makes them unhealthy, and if they're unhealthy, it costs money to purify the water. And then there's my solution. Do you see what the solution is? Why is the water dirty? Why is there water pollution? Who pollutes the water? Is it people? Not really. Is it cars? Not really. It's industry, isn't it? Rivers, lakes, fresh water. The solution is to tax industry. Okay, so there's our solution. This kind of thinking takes time. Like, I think I took 10 minutes to do this almost. But to actually physically write this essay will only take me 15 minutes because now I have a plan. In the intro, I'm going to talk about expense, and then I'm going to do the thesis, which is problem 1, problem 2. That's all. I'm just going to say what is problem 1 and what is problem 2. That's all. And body 1 is going to be individual unhealthy. So body 2, the problem is unhealthy is kind of the same, isn't it? But it's okay because the problem of overall purity of water is the government problem, and that's caused by industry. Whereas, and the solution is going to be to tax industry, but individuals can't tax industry. So the individual solution is going to be filters and stuff. So it's different, right? Tax is the solution, and filter is the solution here. Okay, good. So I think you can see when you do your essay, you need a piece of paper to work out your thinking, and is introducing the situation. What's the background? And really the background here is who is polluting these waterways? It's industry, but it's also individuals polluting, isn't it? Like small businesses or individuals at home. They may pour chemicals down the drain. Okay, so that's the situation. That's not the problem. That's not the solution. It's just what's happening in these cities regarding this question. So many rivers and lakes become polluted because individuals, I'm going to write shorthand, and industry dump harmful chemicals in them. Now, just as I was writing this, I realized that individuals and industry are dumping harmful chemicals. We could use fines. We could fine individuals, or we could set up a dumping station. Okay, so that's our introduction. This essay will explain, I think that's the word I want, explain the problems this causes to individuals and industry and government, sorry, and suggest that what did we want to say, filters and fines, whatever it is, are a reasonable, fitting, you can use apt, APT means appropriate, you can use appropriate, or you could use effective solution. Okay, so how many words